been a while, guys. I'm still here on YouTube. Okay, I've just been very busy focusing on my mental health. This topic is very interesting. I'm like, you know what, I have to talk about this because it's high time someone do something. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a Nigerian health worker who won a case against her employer in the employment tribunal. She won 33,000 pounds. Kudos to her. And the fact that she's on sponsorship, yeah, she is on sponsorship, and she did this and she won. This is to encourage everyone that is going through so much discrimination, harassment at work. You know, we Nigerian, we are trained to endure everything, endure. You're not in Nigeria anymore. You're in a system where the law works. You're in a place, you're in a country where there are laws set in place for all of these. So you shouldn't be taking, enduring and tolerating anything at work that is not lawful. So hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Faith Ojone and this is a nicheless channel. I talk about anything, and most importantly, I share content that enlightens you and provide information. So if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Without saying so much, guys, let's get straight into it. So this Nigerian health worker took her employer to the employment tribunal for harassment, victimization, unlawful deduction of wages and all of that, and she won the case. Background of the story and everything you need to know. Okay, according to the story, the employer, who owns a business that specializes in private scan of pregnant women, including early scans and well-being and gender scans, the company stated that its principal interest is the well-being of both mother and baby. It was clear from the evidence before the tribunal that in essence view itself as entertainment/social scanning business. Many references were made to being a customer service business during the course of the oral evidence. It enabled expectant mothers to bring partners, family and friends to see the baby with the hope/expectation that they will purchase images, videos and products such as teddy bears relating to babies. The scan must be carried out by a qualified registered sonographer, but the wider team, including a receptionist and a scan assistant, who were not professionally qualified staff, but we are expected to have experience and skills in customer service. So this company originally traded for several years using contractors and locum sonographers. These were individuals contracted to attend work for the first respondent to undertake scan on a freelance basis, and for which they receive an hourly rate of approximately £45 to £50 per hour. In 2020, the company, which they refer to as first respondents, through its directors, decided to employ a full-time qualified sonographer. It was accepted that, having had how successful other franchise has been in recruiting from abroad, particularly from Nigeria, as the qualification of its sonographers are close to the qualification required in the UK. They decided to seek to hire full-time sonographer from Nigeria. This led to the appointment of the claimant, which is the Nigerian lady called Tina, a qualified Nigerian Black African sonographer. Her employment commenced 19th March 2021. So this company brought her all the way from Nigeria to come and work, of course, under sponsorship. On December 7, 2021, Tina lady decided to resign from her employment, and the reason was complaining of unfavorable working condition, which I am no longer able to cope with. While from the statement of the case, so she came in March 2021 and she left December 26, 2020. So it's not even up to a year. She worked there for just few months. The Tina lady said that she was constructively unfairly dismissed. Okay, let me explain this in a HR perspective. So just because you resign from your work does not mean you cannot still take your employer to the tribunal for dismissal because you were managed out. A lot of people use this phrase, let's manage her out of the company, or let's manage him out of the company. So lots of companies do this. They use harassment, victimization, so many things to get you out so that you will live by yourself. And according to the UK employment law, you can actually sue your employer if they made your life a living hell from leaving the company. Like they managed you out, like frustrated you to the point that you had to resign. You can take them to tribunal for unfairly dismissal because you did not intend to leave the job, but it was the condition and the way they treated you that was the reason that made you to resign. So you can still take them to employment tribunal. So that is why she mentioned the unfairly dismissal. So just because you resign does not mean you can't still take them to tribunal. Make sure you genuinely have a case against your employer, and not just by word of mouth. You have proof, you have evidence, because you're going to submit all of this to the employment tribunal before they can judge your case. Document everything: time, date, the person, the color of clothes they are wearing, what they said exactly, word for word. Everything documented, because those are all the evidence you're going to submit, and at least try to get few people who can testify on your behalf at the tribunal and all of this. So but make sure you genuinely have a case against your employer. Make sure you're doing your job right. There's no excuse for laziness. Make sure you genuinely have case before you contact employment tribunal. You start with contacting ACAS before employment tribunal. When they brought her from Nigeria to the UK to work in the hospital, it's a private hospital, as a sonographer. Aside from her job being a sonographer, like scanning pregnant women and all of that, they are making this woman to clean, to vacuum the hospital as well, which is not part of her job description. That is why before you take your employer to the tribunal, make sure you read your job description. Does it include all of those things? And if your job includes what they're asking you to do, then you have no right to take them to the tribunal. Her colleague at the employment tribunal complained that her body odor is so strong that nobody could tolerate being with her, including the customers and all of that. When they went ahead to investigate some of the clients, the client had good things to say about her. If you're working in a client-facing environment, make sure that you're treating your client well. The tribunal found out that her colleagues claimed that the lady body odor was so offensive that people could not stand being in the room with her, and were untrue, and that no proper investigation into this cause of the body odor had been carried out. Like if somebody has bad body odor or something, get HR to talk to her, for hygiene, perfume and all of that. So the tribunal found out that the employer has been threatening this Nigerian lady with withdrawing her COS because she's on sponsorship, and found it unlawful. Tribunal ordered the employer to pay this lady £33,000 in compensation for everything they put her through. So if you want to read the whole story for yourself, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below so you can read it. It's an 80-page story. Why I'm making this video is that I am so super proud of me. Tina, if you're watching this, I know you never see my video, but if you're watching this, I'm super proud of you. Thank you for doing this for the community. Thank you for doing this for us. So it's time for we Nigerians to see that the law works. So if you are going through anything, if you're being harassed, victimized, if your employers are putting you through hell because you're on sponsorship, you can take them to employment tribunal. Okay, this is like setting an example for other employers that take advantage and exploit migrant workers. I don't know if she got another job with sponsorship, or if she's still in the UK, or anything regarding that was not mentioned, but all I know is that she won her case over £33,000. Harassment, victimization, threats, and all of that. So, I mean, this is the end of my video.